We've all had that one friend or a family member, maybe a coworker, maybe you still have that person in your life who seems to always have just like this black cloud over their head. Someone who always has a reason why life is unfair to them or why nothing ever seems to work out for them, and there's always somebody else to blame. We're all susceptible to being victims in our own minds. The difference between us and them is when we start to slip into that mindset, we eventually will come out of it. We realize that life is happening for us and not to us, and we take ownership, we adapt, and we keep moving forward. People that I'm talking about today, they won't do that. They don't do that. These are the people that can sabotage your happiness. They can derail your progress, and ultimately they'll drain you of your energy. Unless you recognize it and set those boundaries, then they're going to prevent you from becoming the person that you are meant to be. Welcome back to another episode of Sweat Talk. My name is Chad. Today I want to talk about 6 types of people that'll wreck your life and what you can do to protect yourself. The number one person is the victim. This is the person that can never catch a break or nothing is ever going to work out. They're the ones that are always blaming somebody or something, some sort of external circumstances or person, you know, their boss, a family member, society, the government. This is the person that nothing is ever their fault. Everybody is going to experience tough times. We are all going to experience a rough patch in our life, but the difference is this. When most people go through or experience a rough patch in their life, they're going to recognize it and they're going to take the necessary changes to get out of the rut that they find themselves in. And the victim just simply is never going to do that. Instead, they're going to wallow in self-pity and they're going to expect everybody else to fix their problems for them. You know, they're going to drain your energy by constantly complaining and never taking action for themselves. And if you're not careful, that negative energy, it eventually is going to rub off on you. And understand, if you are dealing with a victim type of person, the best thing that you can do is to set your boundaries. Be empathetic, but don't enable their behavior. The most loving thing that you can do is to encourage them to take control of their lives. Number 2 is drama queens or I guess drama kings. You know, these are the people that are going to, they thrive on chaos. These are the ones that are always going to be stirring the pot and gossiping about others and creating unnecessary conflict. These people, you have to understand that if they're gossiping or if they're talking trash about somebody else to you, then they're talking trash about you to somebody else. These are the people that manifest negative energy everywhere they go. They're addicted to the drama. They're addicted to the dopamine rush that they experience from all of that drama or all of that gossip. And if you're not careful, they will bring it into your life as well. Being around these people is exhausting, and in the chaos that they bring into your life, it's going to distract you from ever actually achieving your goals. The key to dealing with a drama queen is keeping your distance. Hello. Don't engage in their gossip. Don't let their chaos become your problem, and instead focus on your peace and your priorities. Number 3 is a scammer. The scammer is the person who, they always have this great idea on how to make a quick buck. And they're going to tell you how to beat the system, but the reality is they're always broke. Their credit is a mess. They owe everybody they know a bunch of money. And they're never going to repay those loans. And yet these same people, they're going to give you financial advice like they're some freaking experts. And then whenever they come into money, it's gone in an instant. They go out and just completely blow it on a bunch of nonsense so that they can impress people or they can look successful. Don't let these people drag you into their scheme, and don't let them guilt you into supporting their piss poor decisions. And one way to protect yourself from these scammers is to set your financial boundaries and let them be known and make them clear. Don't ever lend them money, and don't take financial advice from somebody who isn't living proof of what it is that you want to achieve, what it is that your financial goals are. Number 4 is the energy thief. Energy thieves, they're the ones that they're simply going to suck all of the energy out of you. These are the people who always bring you down, no matter how hard you try and how much effort you put into lifting them up. These are the same people who are going to agree with you when you're feeling like a victim. And they do that because it validates their negativity. They don't want solutions. They're more looking for, they want sympathy. And the problem with that is energy is contagious, whether it's positive or negative. If you hang out with an energy thief for long enough, you eventually will start to feel drained and defeated and unmotivated. Again, you can protect your energy by just simply keeping your distance from them. If you're having a conversation with these people and it's starting to take a negative light, you can just gently steer the conversation to something positive, or just change the subject or the topic altogether. And if they resist, then that's a sign that they're not willing to change, and they're going to do nothing but constantly continue to drain your energy. Number 5 is the topper. You know, the topper is a person that no matter what it is that you achieve, no matter what you accomplish, they've always done it bigger, better, faster. You know, you go run a marathon, they've ran an ultra marathon. You go get a promotion, they just started, or in the past they've started just this incredible upstart business. And but even there, like, these people, it's not even your successes that they're going to compete with. It's also the struggles that you encounter. You know, if you're going through a tough time in your life, then they're going to chime in and tell you that they've had it worse. And these people, they're not able to celebrate any wins. They're not able to see your wins and encourage them. And they do that because I believe that they see them as a threat. The first thing to do, or the most important thing to do with a topper, is to stop seeking validation from them. They're not going to celebrate your wins. They're not going to acknowledge your wins. They're not going to acknowledge anything that you did. And instead, they're going to try to prove that they've done something better, bigger, stronger, and faster. Celebrate your wins with people who genuinely support you and who genuinely are going to encourage you to keep moving forward and keep pushing for more. Number 6 is the doubter. The doubter is the person who, they're the ones that are going to shoot down your dreams before they even had a chance to take flight. They're going to tell you the reasons why your idea won't work, and that you need to be more realistic. And the truth about them is they're stuck in their own fear. They're stuck in their own cycle, in their own minds, and trapped in that cycle of analysis paralysis, and they want to bring you down with them. Don't let the doubter prevent you from pursuing your goals, and because their fears are not your reality. A great way to deal with these people is to take action, and let that action speak, that the action and the results that you experience, let that speak for you. Because eventually, over time, your success or your achievements will silence their skepticism. You know, when you allow these people to stay in your life, they are going to limit your potential. They're going to make you second guess yourself. They're going to steal your energy, and they're going to cloud your judgment. When you start to develop a positive mindset, when you start pursuing your goals and you start taking action, these people, they don't like it. They're going to tell you that what you're doing is stupid or selfish or impossible. That's just their insecurities talking, and you don't owe them your time, your energy, or your loyalty. Many of us will talk about doing a social media cleanse, but what we don't talk about, or what we don't do, is a lifestyle cleanse. It's probably time to evaluate the relationships in your life and ask yourself, are these people, are they helping me grow, or are they holding me back? We hold on to these toxic relationships and keep these toxic people in our lives because we feel obligated. Maybe it's a childhood friend, a family member, or just somebody that you've known for years or most of your life. But if you think about it, time invested does not justify holding on to a toxic relationship. Think about it this way: you can choose to still love somebody, but you can love them from a distance. Protecting your peace it's not selfish, it's necessary. When you remove those toxic people from your life, it allows you the opportunity to build more space for people that are going to be positive in your life instead of drain you and drag you down. Surround yourself with people who are going to challenge you and uplift you and celebrate your success and all of those wins that you experience along the way. These are going to be the people who will help you or or encourage you to realize your full potential. They'll push you forward, they'll encourage you to grow, and they'll remind you of your worth even when you forget it. You have to remember that you are the average of the 5 people that you spend the most time with. You know, there's a saying that I think it was Jim Rohn. He said that if you're the smartest person in the room, you're in the wrong room, which is okay if you're doing it for a specific purpose, but don't stay there long unless there's a need or a reason for you to be there. A legitimate, real reason for you to be there. So now take a minute and reflect on the relationships that you have in your life. Do those relationships, do they leave you feeling energized and uplifted, or do they leave you feeling drained and demoralized? Like ask these questions. Ask yourself, do they celebrate my wins with me, or do they try to one-up me? Do they try to encourage me, or do they try to hold me back with their own negativity? Do they respect my boundaries, or are they constantly trying to cross them? And when you start to ask yourself these questions, you'll begin to notice patterns and realize, do these people belong in my life, or am I just holding on to something because of time invested? So you'll begin to be able to notice who actually belongs in your life and who doesn't. And realize that life is too short to waste it on relationships that don't fulfill you, or that don't bring anything positive into your life. The people that you surround yourself with, they can either lift you up or they can drag you down. They can just drag you straight through the dirt if you allow them to. Be brave enough to let go of the relationships that are holding you back, and embrace those relationships that encourage you or allow you to grow. Because when you do, you'll not only begin to grow, but you'll begin to be able to unlock your actual true potential. If you made it this far, do me a favor and go down in the comments section, write that word circle. Just that one word, circle. I ask for these one-word comments because it does a couple of things. Number one, there's power in our words, and we need to understand, we need to realize that power. And by seeing something over and over in a positive light, it's going to help us reprogram our subconscious mind to see the positive in the situation rather than the negative. And we need to realize the power that's within our circle. The circle of friends that we have, the circle of life, the circle that we stand in the middle of on a day-to-day basis, every single day. We choose our circle. We choose what circle we're standing in. And it doesn't matter if it's a relationship circle. It doesn't matter if it's the circle that is constantly going on a loop and circling back in our minds. We have the choice. We can choose that. We have to break that circle apart, and we have to rebuild it and construct it in a positive way. The second thing that these words do is they also help the algorithm, because every time somebody comments, likes, and subscribes, then the algorithms are going to see it. It's going to appease the algorithms, and it's going to be more likely to push it out to more people who might be able to find value in this content as well. I want to thank you guys for those super thanks that you keep giving me. It is truly amazing. Your guys' generosity, it just blows me away. And I truly am grateful. Thank you. That's all I got for today, guys. I want to thank you guys all for showing up. I hope you guys are showing up for yourselves. And I hope each and every one of you has a wonderful day. Peace.